Hey guys, welcome to a special update from me, the Nessologist. Today I'm going to go over with you guys the results of the third round, the Super 16 of our Best Game of the 90s tournament. There were some pretty interesting results and some pretty predictable results, as you guys can imagine. But I'm going to go over everything with you guys, and I'm going to go over also how the next round and the rest of this tournament is going to work. So I'm going to get right into it, not to waste anybody's time. My last couple updates have kind of run a little long. So basically, bracket number 1, Resident Evil 2. Ran away with this one. That was our biggest upset because Resident Evil 2 was the 16 seed going into this whole thing. But I guess head-to-head with Banjo-Kazooie, I don't know if it had something to do with the new Resident Evil 2 remake that's going to be coming out, maybe some hype behind it. But it blew Banjo-Kazooie pretty much out of the water. So anyway, moving into the second matchup. Oh, excuse me. Zelda, A Link to the Past. Ran away with this one, destroying Half-Life. Not a huge surprise to me. Zelda titles in the 90s. I mean, come on, between Zelda and Mario, the 90s was pretty much run by those two individuals. Matchup number 3. Again, to go with it, hold on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Super Mario 64. Also running away with this one. This one a little bit of a surprise to me because I thought Doom had maybe a little bit of a chance to at least make this close. But you guys just love yourselves some Mario, especially Mario 64. So Doom is out of here. Our next matchup, jeez, hold on. Oh, sorry. Super Mario World. Ran away with this one over Metal Gear Solid. Not a huge surprise to me. Metal Gear Solid, a fantastic game, but just didn't have what it takes to compete with Metal Gear Solid. Didn't have what it takes to compete with Super Mario World. Alright, these next ones start getting a little bit more interesting. So, our next matchup was Mario Kart 64 and Streets of Rage 2. Now, early in the week, Streets of Rage 2 was looking great, but as you can see here, hold on. As you can see right there, Mario Kart 64 ended up kind of running away with it about the second half of the week. It just took over and there was no turning back. So, Streets of Rage, hasta la vista, baby. Our next matchup, now these are where they really start to get interesting because the rest of them were very, very close. And this one was interesting to me. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but, hold on. There it is. Chrono Trigger ends up pulling this one out. It was back and forth all week long up until a couple days ago. It kind of started to, the amount of votes started to slow down later in the week, but Chrono Trigger kind of took the lead and kept it for the last couple of days. So Chrono Trigger will move on. Pokemon Red and Blue, I love you guys to death, but they're out of here. Our next matchup, number 7 out of 8. This one, hold on. Pocket, I think. There it is. All right. Zelda Link's Awakening, beating Super Metroid. Now this one, you know, Zelda Link's Awakening was ranked number 7 and Super Metroid number 10, so this isn't technically an upset, but I honestly kind of see it as that because Super Metroid was so popular and on a lot of lists, it's actually considered one of the best games of all time, not to mention the 90s in general, but Link's Awakening, according to you guys liked it more. So again, another Zelda game getting through. And then last but not least, this was probably the biggest battle of the entire group. As you guys know, Ocarina of Time faced off against Final Fantasy VII, and the results are in. And no surprise, I'm not even going to do any funny gimmicks with this one. Ocarina of Time comes away with the win by a very narrow margin over Final Fantasy VII. So, those are our results for the week. Put this down now. So to go over real quick, the way that I'm going to do the rest of this tournament, so the next week is going to be pretty much the same thing as this past week. So it's going to be one-on-one, four matchups. In fact, let me look at this one more time. I'll go over those. I'll let you guys see the brackets. The next matchups, there's going to be 4 of them for the 8 games. One-on-one, just like this last round. But what I've decided to do to make it more interesting for the final, I'm going to call the Elite 8 here, these 8 games, the semifinals. Because what I want to do is we're going to take the 4 winners of these brackets and I'm going to put that into one bracket that will be the finals. Rather than just being one-on-one at the end, I think having a group of 4 will make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit less predictable than just having a one-on-one. Because, you know, a lot of times like these, you kind of know that Mario 64 is going to beat Metal Gear Solid. At least I did. So I don't want it to be super predictable either. I want it to be interesting. So that's what I've decided to do, go into the finals. That also kind of shortens this whole thing by about a week. And I think it's going to be fun either way, but that's what I've decided to do. I hope you guys are okay with that. It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate the turnout, the votes, the individuals that are retweeting these brackets out and sharing them with the rest of the community and bringing in more votes. I'm going to give you guys a special shout out in a tweet. I forgot to do that this last week because I was on vacation, so I'm apologizing for that as well. But I'm going to do that this week for you guys because it's been a lot of the same people, so lots of love to you guys. But anyway, please show up. 8 p.m. tonight, the new brackets will go up and go live for your votes. So please like this video, comment in this video what you think about these results, and make sure to go to my Twitter page to participate in the voting for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts and seeing you next week for another results video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.